Are we living in a simulation? Ever pondered the possibility that our reality might not be as real as it seems? What if I told you that some brilliant minds in the scientific and philosophical realms are seriously considering the notion that we might just be living in a simulation? Sounds like a wild sci-fi concept, right? Well, strap in, because simulation theory is here to blow your mind. Simulation theory suggests that what we perceive as our physical, objective universe is actually an incredibly advanced computer program created by a highly intelligent civilization. Mind-blowing, isn't it? At the core of this theory is the simulation argument, put forth by philosopher Bostrom back in 2003. Let's break it down. Bostrom's argument rests on three key premises. First, he suggests that our human species is likely to go extinct before reaching a post-human stage. Second, if future civilization does come into existence, the odds of them running simulations of their evolutionary history are pretty darn slim. And finally, if we assume the existence of these future civilizations, it becomes more probable that we're living in a simulation rather than a physical reality. Is simulation theory just a whimsical sci-fi fantasy? Or could there be some real weight to it? Let's find out. In this mind-bending video, we're going to dive deep into the world of simulation theory. We'll explore the evidence both for and against it, and together we'll grapple with the ultimate question: are we living in a simulation? Prepare to have your mind blown. Before we continue, make sure you hit that bell icon and subscribe to our channel, Bostrom Theory. Let's delve into Bostrom's mind-bending theory known as the simulation argument. Brace yourselves, because this one will take you on a wild ride. Bostrom suggests that it's possible, yes, possible, that our reality is not what it seems. In fact, he proposes that our reality could be nothing more than a sophisticated computer simulation created by an advanced civilization. Crazy, right? Now, to support this mind-boggling idea, Bostrom lays out three simple premises. Let's break them down. Premise number one: it's theoretically possible for a civilization to develop mind-blowing technology that can simulate reality to the tiniest detail. Imagine a computer program so advanced that it can perfectly replicate everything we experience in the physical world. If a civilization becomes advanced enough, they could create this mind-bending simulation. Premise number two: if it's possible to create such a simulation, it's likely that it has already been done. Think about it. If there's a civilization out there with the ability to create this mind-boggling simulation, they would have a strong incentive to do so. They could use it to study the past, predict the future, or explore countless other possibilities. And finally, premise number three: if there are multiple simulated realities, then it's more probable that we are living in a simulation rather than in the physical reality. Why, you ask? Well, if there are many simulated realities out there would be more copies of simulated beings than there are of physical beings. So, statistically speaking, it's more likely that we are one of those simulated beings. If just one of these premises holds true, then buckle up, because we're likely living in a simulation. We already know that the first premise is true. Just look at the simulations we've created ourselves. They're getting more and more realistic by the day. So what does this all mean? Are we all just characters in an elaborate virtual world created by some super smart civilization? Are we just bits and bytes in a grand cosmic computer program? Picture this. You've dived into the vast open world of games like GTA, where you can roam freely and explore a detailed virtual universe. You can hop into cars, interact with objects, and meet all sorts of characters within the game. It's like having a whole world at your fingertips. Now, what makes these games truly mind-blowing is not just the jaw-dropping level of detail, but the sheer scale of the virtual world. I mean, we're talking about a world that's so massive, you could spend hours upon hours exploring it without ever running out of things to do. It's like a virtual playground of infinite possibilities. But here's the kicker. Creating a virtual world of that complexity and scale is only possible with advanced simulation technology. Think about it. The virtual world of GTA may not be an exact replica of our physical world, but it's pretty darn close. We've got realistic traffic, bustling pedestrians, towering buildings, and even weather patterns that mimic the real deal. Now imagine taking that level of detail and scale and cranking it up to the next level. If a civilization becomes super advanced, it's not hard to imagine them creating a mind-bending simulation that's so mind-bogglingly detailed and vast it would be indistinguishable from the physical world. I'm talking about a simulation that could replicate an entire universe. That's the essence of the first premise of the simulation argument right there. We know that we can create incredible virtual worlds in games, so it's not too far-fetched to think that an advanced civilization could create a simulation. Here's a little side note to blow your minds even further. Remember that second premise? It's totally possible that there are advanced civilizations out there already studying our universe. Maybe aliens are out there playing the ultimate cosmic game of GTA, studying our every move. Pop culture perspective. When it comes to the simulation hypothesis, one of the most iconic portrayals has to be the mind-bending movie, The Matrix. Picture this: a dystopian world where humans are trapped inside a simulated reality known as the Matrix, while their bodies are being used as energy sources by machines. Talk about a serious reality check. But that's not all. There's another TV show that delves into the concept of a simulated reality Westworld. This mind-boggling series takes us to an amusement park filled with AI-driven robots in a Western-themed world. As we follow the characters, we're left pondering deep questions about consciousness and the ethics of creating artificial life. It's like a wild ride that blurs the line between what's real and what's simulated. Now let's shift gears to a dystopian future where people escape the harsh realities of their world by immersing themselves in a virtual reality paradise. I'm talking about the book Ready Player One. In this epic adventure, people spend most of their time exploring the Oasis, a massive virtual world. It's like living in a dreamland where you can be anything you want, leaving behind the struggles of the real world. These pop culture examples not only entertain us, but also make us question the nature of our own reality. They invite us to ponder the possibilities of living in a simulated world, where what we perceive as real might just be a cleverly crafted illusion. So if you're a fan of mind-bending movies, thought-provoking TV shows, or captivating books, these simulations in pop culture are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Simulation hypothesis. Now let's explore the question: how can we determine if we're living in a simulation? Q. The simulation hypothesis. This idea suggests that if our reality is indeed a simulation, the laws of physics within that simulation would align with the laws of physics in the real world. In simpler terms, the simulation would follow the same physical rules that govern our universe. So if we want to uncover any clues about our simulated existence, we need to keep an eye out for inconsistencies in the laws of physics. Here's an intriguing example: black holes. These cosmic wonders are regions in space where gravity is so intense that even light can't escape their grasp. Now, according to our current understanding, information cannot be destroyed. However, when an object falls into a black hole, it seemingly vanishes, taking all the information it carried with it. This peculiar discrepancy has led some scientists to ponder the possibility that we might be living in a simulation. Imagine this: within the simulation, certain rules might be tweaked or programmed to create the illusion of black holes. These apparent contradictions in the laws of physics could be hints that our reality is not as real as we think. Scientists and philosophers continue to debate and explore various arguments for and against the simulation hypothesis. It's a rabbit hole of thought-provoking discussions and mind-boggling concepts that keep us questioning the nature of our existence. So, whether we're traversing the event horizon of a simulated black hole or unraveling the mysteries of the universe, the simulation hypothesis challenges us to push the boundaries of our understanding. Who knows? We might just uncover the truth lurking behind the pixels and binary code. Indeed, whether our reality is simulated or not, it is the reality we experience and find meaning in. The implications of living in a simulation may be fascinating to contemplate, but they do not diminish the significance of our experiences and relationships. Do you think we're living in a simulation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're here, check out one of our other videos on screen now.